Okay, let's get started. Hello everyone, this is Airphone playing the Magical Bringer Korona the movie bonus post-game content, the DanDan Dungeon Daibouken, a first-person jRPG dungeon crawling adventure, and we are in the post-game of the post-game, because having cleared through 4-8 and beaten Nyal and have her join the party and gotten an ending, 4-9 opened up. And 4-9 is harder, more complicated, and larger than anything else in the entire postgame. So, last time... Yeah, I think I am going to keep this party, for now. Last time, we found the last of 4 crystals hidden around the floor, which unlocked the central room here, where the final boss is. But the map is not yet complete. This quadrant of it is, but the map is 4 quadrants. And there's more to explore in one of those quadrants. So I want to go make sure we haven't missed anything there that's interesting. Burn those. Mock drill stealth. Okay, that's not enough to one-shot them. But with a second hit from someone else. Plants are weak against fire. There's their black hole spell, which is an instant death attack, which everyone has immunity to, so not an issue. Armor break is party defense down. Again, not that big a deal. And there. So I wanted to go to the left here. The central region wraps around with itself, and now you can see this whole southeast part of the map, there's a big chunk of map that's still unexplored. So, I wanted to come over here. This is the teleporter out to this little door maze. Now we navigate through here, getting in a few battles along the way, because these are place encounters. You will always run into something here. Yeah, Bale cosplays are actually fairly painful. Even though it's literally just a frog wearing a wig and I guess those are cat ears? Hey, mouse ears? Okay, keep up the damage, keep going. One magician, 2 evil eyes. Let's just stick with normal attacks. The magician should go down in 2 or 3 hits. And then these just do status attacks, which are not too dangerous for now, because we have pretty good protection. 100,000 stone something head? I have no idea what that is. Oh. Apparently it's some kind of food. A souvenir from the East. Okay then. Yep, there it is. Next to the souvenir from the South, the souvenir from the West, and the souvenir from the North. So I think that was the rare drop from the eyeballs. No, those are turtle pizzas and dynamite. So magicians have that as their common drop, which we only just got. Yeah, plants still have a rare drop. The dragon still has a rare drop. That still has a rare drop. That we haven't seen any drops from. Same with those. And those. So yeah, I could really drag this out trying to get all the drops from everything, but let's not do that. I think I'm just going to finish up the map completion here, then start trying to get a little more experience before going for the final boss, which I'm intending to do next time. Okay, Noelle gained a level. She will now hit even harder. Yeah, Noelle has good skills and really good stats. The main downside to having her is that she weakens all the healing you get. Okay, right. I needed to go through this and to the teleporter over to the other side. Those can attack twice. Pretty sure they're limited to normal attacks when they do, but still, they can attack twice. That was this next intersection. Go through here. Let's summon demons with the evil eyes just to take them out. That is magic damage. They are weak against magic damage, so over 1,000. Easy kill unless they dodge. And now there's just one of them. It's just using a few status attacks, and they have done nothing, so all good. There's one of these. They have a ton of health. And they can chaos the group. No confusion. Still no drops. Let's see. Dragon, I think, was resistant to fire. Yeah, that sounds right. So if I use magic, then that should do decent damage. But they're faster than Noelle. Well, usually. She got in before some of them. Okay, one left. And there it goes. Still haven't gotten the rare drop. I don't really expect to, but it would be nice. Because, as I've noted before, if I remember correctly, that it's not only Nyal's best weapon, it also enables her last skill. Alright, hit these with everything I've got. They can hit pretty hard, they have a fire breath, they have that mass confusion attack. They're just generally nasty. And they dodged the last attack. There we go. Yeah, we got pretty beat up there. Except for Yuka, who is the next best thing to invulnerable. Okay, yeah. I want to come over here. This feels like a place to encounter just because it's right there at the intersection. soften them up a bit. One down. Korona Legend should take out the other two if they don't dodge. So, of course, one of them dodged. Okay. And 3 of these. On the one hand, it's good that I'm running into them because I want to find out what they drop, but on the other hand, it's disgusting how much damage they do. Okay, if I... Now, this, right where the mouse cursor is pointing, is the corner of where the center is. So if I go up here, then I'm fine. It's if I go left from there that I'm out. Or into the center, which means you can't get back out of it that way. Okay, was this the last part of the map? Or was there something in another quadrant? Yep, Nyal's actually getting low on MP. It's been a while since I've used her skills enough for that to happen. There's 2 doors and 2 more doors inside. This is looking like that spot on the other side of the map that you had to teleport into, except this one actually has doors on the outside. Yeah, it's just rooms inside of rooms inside of rooms again. And that very center probably has a one-way wall. Yep. Alright, so we'll go here. There's another shining crystal. Let's try touching it. It's a trap. Which now disarmed. Okay, and this takes us straight back to the save point, which is fine. So I wanted to rest and heal. Or heal and save anyway. Okay. So let's come out of here, check the map and the other quadrants to see if that is everything. Yes, this is all explored except for that one tile there, which is where the boss is at the bottom right, which is actually the very center of the map. Let's see how well normal attacks work in these. There are only 2 of them, so this should be manageable. Of course, it doesn't help that Nyal and Noel both missed. Yeah, that is one of the things I kind of take issue with this system, is you don't have an accuracy stat. You can't get more accurate. Enemies have evasion, and whether they dodge or not is based entirely on that. Enemies have accuracy, and whether they hit or not is based entirely on that, and on whether you're defending. But point is, no matter how strong you get, you don't get better at hitting, you don't get better at dodging. Okay, there is more to explore there. So, I get there through that spot, I think. which means I need to go to that teleporter again, which I got to from wrapping around from the other side there. Oh, now, failed to just auto track. A hidden photographs? Yeah, taken from hiding. So this is like paparazzi. Yuka's petrified. Okay. Anti-stone. Like, she's the one with the status cure, so she can't cure herself. Yeah, I'll disarm that trap. That was their gamma ray attack, I think. Still, that's dealt with easily enough. Okay, so this comes in here. There's an encounter behind this door. There's an encounter behind the next door. There's an encounter behind another door after that. Okay, Nyal is paralyzed. Korona is asleep. Sleep will wear off, paralyzed will not, so I have to cure that. Anti-paralyze. Okay, just 2 enemies, this will be easy enough to deal with. Random status failed. Here, where there is another encounter. Yeah, let's do that. I don't know, can Korona one-shot them with this? That would be a yes. Yeah, I think they have something like 400 or 500 health, so 700. Plenty of damage. Okay, 3 giant blobs. They are resistant to martial arts, so Nyal's skills are useless. But everything else works okay. And Nyal is gaining level, speaking of her. 2 attack, 2 defense, 3 speed, 2 spirit, no luck, 2 luck. And we wanted to go south. And south again. And Nyal disarmed a trap right outside the door. Alright, so if I go 1 further to the west, that's going back into the center area. You can kind of see where it's cut off there, which makes it look suspicious. Alright. That mist did not help. I'll set off a trap. Anti-tank mines. We stepped on anti-tank mags, but managed to dodge them somehow. I'll disarm the trap. Right, don't walk right in front of the door because that's a trap. Disarmed another trap. Disarmed another trap. And that's one way. Yeah, it's looking like we have just the boss left. Let's burn these. It won't work well on the dragons, but it will take out the magicians. Yeah, I think they're taking half damage from fire. And there's another one of those food things that I'm not exactly sure what they are. So yeah, this gets us back in the center. And if I try to go that way, it wraps around to the other side of the center. And there is at least a door out there. Yeah, let's come back over here, go through the forced encounters in the door maze to get some more experience. Yeah, I don't want to go after the boss just yet. Still having some struggles with the common enemies. Plus there's more stuff they never dropped. No, that's just a turtle pizza. Okay, fire and fire. Korona's fire attack only hits one stack. But throwing a ground zero at these seems like overkill, so let's save Noel's MP for something more dangerous. Yuka gained awful. 8 health, 5 magic, 1 attack, 3 defense, 1 speed, 3 spirit, 2 luck. Yep, that's Yuka. Mostly defense. And mostly defense and spirit. Little bit of everything else. I don't know, our levels are getting pretty high. Especially Korona, who is always in the party. Yeah, a lot of times when an RPG has a character that you're forced to have, they'll configure it so they have to take more experience to gain levels. That doesn't happen here. Everyone has the same experience requirements, and characters not in the active party don't get any experience. It's something I missed from Chrono Trigger. And Breath of Fire, for that matter. And a lot of other games, really. And lots of dodging. But yeah, that's gotten to be a pretty common ability in video game or RPGs and other with experiences. The characters on standby would still get some. But in this, they get nothing. So if you're not actively using a character, they don't get any stronger. There goes Korona up another couple. And here's one of these. Let's try the old Poison Tail. Alright, Nyal went first because she's fast. Poison Tail. Ton of damage with that weapon. Of course, Noelle is using the strongest weapon that's not a serious as of level 75. Remember, Korona's weapon attack goes up 2 every level she gains, in addition to her strength gains. So, Osiris is up to 148 now. He'll be at 150 at level 74, which matches the rare weapon Noelle has. And then at level 75, he's stronger than anything else. I think there are some force encounters in here, so that's why I'm going this way. Dragon's taking a ton of actions. And 1 dodge, but 3 down. Honestly, the magicians are probably still the bigger threat. There's Noelle gaining level and getting a ton of stats again. Yeah, that's why I don't use martial arts skill with them. 0 to 1 damage. That kind of slipped my mind. Saba Sando. Sando is sandwich. Saba... Oh, right, that's the mackerel. But it's a reference back to one of Levia's bad puns. Sando to Sando Kaketa. Yeah, these being homonyms, but this is 3 times, whereas this is sand isn't sandwich. Or sand isn't sand. Usually sandwich, but multiplying sandwich times 3 times, and yeah. Levia has some really bad wordplay. Actually, I'm thinking I might just take this party into the final boss, because Korona you have to have, plus she's just generally good. Yuka's the best healer and has defensive buffs and revives and cast cures, which I'm not going to need because we're not going to have any status attacks there, but still. Nyal would be better if I could get that weapon I want to get from the dragons, but she's still decent and has the self-regen ability. And Noelle was just plain strong. They could do more damage with Leia and Belzebuth, but Belzebuth is frankly a liability. Leia is fast, but not terribly strong, as far as durability goes. So who else do we have? Is more of a multi-target attacker. Ryan is more of a support character, which I have covered. And I don't know. Levy is alright. Alright, that's where one of the crystals was. Is there another way out of here? Okay, there we go. It just warps you back here. Okay, anti-tank mines. Okay, if the anti-tank mine gets you, you're put to 1 HP. I guess that makes as much sense as anything. Alright, so there'll be a teleporter here to the middle of the door maze. So at this point, let's just teleport back to the stairs. Yeah, actually, how is Levia doing on... Yeah, Levia is also, like, 15 levels behind. Guess I haven't been using her. Yeah, I think I'll just stick with this party. Alright, and save while I'm here. Just in case. Okay, there's a purely random encounter. I would love it if they dropped their weapon. I'm not expecting it, but I would love it. I'm pretty sure it has the lowest drop rate of anything in the game. It's like 1 in 250 or something ridiculous. So, yeah, definitely not expecting it. To Bob. Ouch. Yeah, blobs hit pretty hard. They can take Yuka out. So they did both hit her, and that was their strongest attack, but even so... You don't just knock Yuka out. Yeah, for anyone who hasn't been following along, Yuka has ridiculous amounts of defense. At 223 on her own, even before equipment. So, with equipment, we have Korona at 211, Yuka at 272, Nyal at 186, and Noel at 206. What Yuka lacks are attack power, which is only 110 with that weapon, and speed, which is nice. Not nice for practical purposes, but that's the meme. And both the Evil Eyes dodged that. And 2 dragons dodged that. Yeah, this is why enemy evasion is a pain, because it's just there and there's nothing you can do about it, and if it decides to kick in, your attacks just do nothing. And you've wasted your turn while they're beating up on you. Anyway, back to the door maze with its fixed encounter spots. This is a weaker fire attack, because there's only 2 of them. Well, 2 now, there were 3. And they're dealt with. Yeah, Mock Drill Stealth. Sin have gotten me. They did not dodge that time, so those go down. But the dragons did dodge. At least half of them did. And the last one dodged again. I don't think that shows up on the monster stats. Yeah, it doesn't show evasion, just attack, defense, speed, spirit, luck. Weakness, resistance, experience, money, what they drop, level and HP at the top, and a brief description at the bottom. Yeah, they do have evasion, it just doesn't show it there. Means I can use martial arts on, so let's do that unless Nyal gets confused, which she did. So, never mind. Son of Botany should take the eyes out. And there goes the dragon too. Perfect. Let's go down a different path, see if we run into more stuff here. Here's more stuff. There's the fire breath. Half of them dodge Tempest. The ones that didn't have gone down, and also the ones that did. Nyal is gaining level, and middling and everything, less spirit, generally more speed and luck. But Nyal is kind of an all-arounder. Okay, that was just a treasure spot earlier, I think. And we've wandered back into the middle. I don't think it... What was that, this one? Oh, right, it's the big open area that connects the swirly maze. But yeah, we've completely filled out the map, except for the one tile where the boss is. So at this point, really all that's left is grinding for experience and hoping for rare drops. And also looking out for traps. See, that's why I've been going through the door maze, because I know there aren't any traps there. And yet that's not even worth the trouble. Okay, let's head back to the save point, stop for now. I might do some grinding off camera, we'll see. But yeah, at this point, the only thing left to do story-wise, to the extent that there is a story, is go beat the final boss. And the final boss is the one human-ish character who is meaningful to the story in the main game and has not yet appeared. If you watched the end of the main playthrough, particularly the Playa arc, you can probably guess who it is. Rather fitting into the most chaotic level. Well, I don't know. Would you call this the most chaotic level of the maze? The last level was pretty bad too. But regardless, if you're going to have an extra boss, there's no better character to be the extra boss. Yeah, I'll be ending for now. Come back next week and we'll go see how that goes. I think I should be in pretty good position to take her on. But, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, this has been Arafilm playing the Magical Bringer Korona bonus game, The Great On Dungeon. And yeah, feel free to check out the archives to see the playthrough to this point. In the live section, the others will have the playthrough of the main game that this is attached to. They're all in one big playlist if you check the playlists. And also on Mondays and Thursdays, posting videos I've recorded and edited in advance. At the moment, I'm playing through Rain World, which is kind of a survival Metroidvania sort of game where you play as a cute little creature called a slug cat, which is quite aptly named. While trying to find food and not become food. A bunch of other stuff in the videos if you want to check those out. There's some Atari stuff, there's some DOS games, there's a bunch of Zelda, miscellaneous other things. Anyway, enjoy your weekend. Come back next week if you want to see what will most likely be the conclusion of this. And after that, we'll find out.